last night I went to bed pretty frustrated, upset with myself, not in a good mood, not in a good headspace. Woke up and felt about the same. I literally felt like I closed my eyes for like 6 seconds. It went dark, and then the alarm's going off. And, there's just this like wave of energy that was not positive, but rather quite negative. Just like coming at me. And I kind of let that steer and control the first part of my morning. My wife recognized it, and I'm not really like happy that I let that come out, because at the end of the day, what I'm upset about is 100% on me. 100% my decisions, 100% me not putting in the work necessary to fix those solutions, or prevent them, I should say, before they even happen. And right now, so today is Wednesday, it is March 15th, 2023. Tomorrow is the kickoff of the CrossFit quarterfinals, which is like a intermediate stage to the bigger like tournaments for CrossFit specifically. And you put in a year's worth of work, you invest time, you invest money, groceries, meal prep, clothing, laundry, like the whole shebang. And I'm just so frustrated with my body not cooperating. Again, my fault. But just the timing, I'm like, dang it, man. I was fine about 6 weeks ago, and I have not been able to train like I want to. And I'm just trying to bootstrap it and patch myself up so I'm at least in fighting shape to just give an effort Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if possible. And I let that kind of guide my last 48 hours, and I took all the negatives, and it was just beating me down mentally and physically. When in reality, I need to look at a lot of the positives and take that for what it is. And I think that perspective is the best thing to change my mood, my mentality, and help me move forward. I think when you go through some more of your like lower, I wouldn't say it's like a dark mental state, but like a lower mental state like I am in, you have to switch up your perspective, and that just takes time. I don't think other people can really help you do that. For example, like my wife, she wanted to talk about it this morning. That's great, and I love her. She's super supportive. But for me personally, I don't want to talk about it. It just pisses me off more and gets me more emotionally charged. And then I'm even more just like red hot with like frustration and anger. Not at her, but just more myself. If I can just sit and have solitude and peace and quiet like I did on this car ride, I can figure it out and be like, dude, you need to think about the more positive aspects of your life. You're kicking butt, you're doing your best, and you're staying on the path. It may not be perfect, there may be some bumps, you may be taking a step back, but in the past, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you've probably taken 3 or 4 steps forward. So looking at that as a net positive. For the most part, I have, pretty healthy body, just a couple tweaks and dings here. For the most part, I have all my relatives that are important in my life alive. For the other ones, not so much. I have a great wife, a wonderful, beautiful wife, good relationships with, again, most of my family, good relationships with some very close friends, and again, I have a community at work that supports me, and I'm very grateful and thankful for. So looking at those positives can really help, I think, shape my mind, and ultimately guide the rest of my day. It's just like needing the time to figure that out for yourself, switch up that perspective, is very important. And it's a skill too, because we can all default to just letting this negative storm cloud for whatever is happening in your life, because we all have problems, we all have challenges, and you're not alone. But that perspective, man, that's like the reality of dude, your life for the net, overall, is pretty good. Take it for what it is. So I can't let just these couple things ding me up and bring me down mentally for the next couple of days, the next week. And I just have to keep moving forward. I have to keep progressing and trying to improve upon what my current state and condition is. I'm not going to let this get me down. There'll be moments when my mental dips and I feel like my world is crumbling, but I'm not going to let that dictate the rest of my day. I'm going to fight that. I'm going to do better, and I'm going to put everything in my power to make sure that I can move on from this, grow from this, learn from this, and be the absolute best version of myself in some form or fashion. So that's a little bit on perspective there. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. And as always, peace. Much love.